Hello, dear student. Welcome to GDC and welcome to Model Paper First of Pharmaceutical Chemistry for upcoming Telangana Pharmacist Examination. So, dear student, in today's session, we are going to discuss about the top 20 questions from your pharmaceutical chemistries. So, you have to be watch this video in a very honest way. You just have to clear your all the doubts because these are like creamy questions for you, and there will be probability that you will get the same questions in your upcoming Telangana pharmacist examinations. So please behave honestly in a disciplined way or in a very perfect motivated way. You just have to watch this video, and if you are having any doubt, you just drop a message in the comment box that you have. So, dear student, first question for you, you have to identify the given structure. Just you have to identify the given structure. Like this is a structure that is having the two benzene ring, and there is two amino group, and one sulfonamide group is there, and nitrogen are like two nitrogen are joined. So you have the option that is PABA, that is para amino benzoic acid. So para amino benzoic acid, that is simply you can see like there is a benzene ring, and there is a para amino, means like this is the first carbon, and para means like there is a nitrogen amino group. Para amino benzoic acid means there is a we can say acidic group is there. So this type of structure is we can say about the PABA. Next we have the prontosil, that is a dye. We can basically discuss this in the your sulfonamide chapter of your we can say pharmacology chemotherapy. Next you have the sulfadiazine, that is also a sulfonamide drug. Then you have sulfamethoxazole, that is also the drug. So this is the basically structure of your prontosil. Prontosil is a basically dye that is diagnosed by the Denmark scientist and during his research project. And we have second sulfadiazine, that is also a sulfonamide drug. Sulfonamide drug are basically bacteriostatic in actions. They are having the side effect like Steven Johnson syndrome is the side effect of sulfonamide. Crystalluria is also the side effect of sulfonamide, as well as the allergic and hypersensitive reactions is also the side effect of your sulfonamide. So next question for you, like what is achlorhydria? Achlorhydria, how we can explain achlorhydria? So achlorhydria, like this is a chlorhydria means somehow axial, and A means we can say absence. So you have the options. First option you have like excess secretion of gastric acid in your GIT. Second option, absence of HCl in your gastric acid. Third option, decrease of gastric pH. So dear student, achlorhydria, you are able to see A means there is a completely absence. Chlorhydria means hydrochloric acid. So right option, that is absence of hydrochloric acid in your GIT, that is your achlorhydria. They will ask like the question like there is a decrease in HCl in a gastric acid. So you just have to read every questions carefully. No need to like panic during the examination. You just have to stay for the question. Like what are the exact pattern to attempt the question? Like you are able to see like achlorhydria is the condition defined by. Then you have to take 2 to 5 seconds of pause, then think like what the exactly examiner want to ask from your side. Then after 2 to 5 second, you just have like there is a clicking in your mind like achlorhydria. Sometimes some the same topic we had discussed in the marathon sessions in the test series model paper in the classes by the expert faculty of GDC. Then you will remember that achlorhydria, like sir had said that achlorhydria absence of hydro. Then you have to move to the options. It is not like that, oh, achlorhydria is the condition defined by, then you have to no. After reading the questions, you just have to take 2 to 5 seconds of pause, then you have to move to the option. Got it? So as I told you, like achlorhydria is the condition when inadequate secretion of acid take place in the stomach, and this is called we can say achlorhydria, or we can say your acidifying agent or acidifier are used to treat the hypochlorhydria. Means there like there is a less secretion of HCl, so hypochloric as we can say acidifier are used. So like for your iron absorption of iron, there is a necessity of the HCl. So when the patient is taking the iron supplement, he or she don't have to take the antacid. So antacid are strictly contraindicated to the patient that are undergoing the iron supplement therapy. Got it? Third question for you. You have to choose the correct IUPAC name of para-amino salicylic acid. Para-amino salicylic acid. Para-amino means like there is a amino group at the fourth position. Just you have to see this. So there is only one option, para-amino. Suppose like this is the, we have the chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene. This is the ortho position. This is the meta position. And this is the para position. So according to me, like this is a clearly mentioned, like para amino means like we have the ammonia group at the fourth position. Like this is your first position, second position, you have third position, this is the fourth position. So I don't think like there is anything to think about this question. Para amino, like fourth position, there is the amino group. There is no other option in which at fourth position amino group is written. So this is the typical diagram of structure of your para-amino salicylic acid. That means like at first position there is a acidic group, at second position there is hydroxy group, at the fourth position there is a amino group. Got it? So dear student, if you want to attempt DPEE, daily practice examination, daily practice paper, and you want daily PDF in free of cost, just you have to send us the message, or just you have to WhatsApp like on the number 626555730, just to get the free PDF of any content that you want. Got it? Daily practice paper that you also are getting. So next question you will you have like you just have to identify the name of the structure. Identify the name of the structure that is given here. Like this structure is having the pyridine ring, and there is a ethyl group is there. There is a ethyl group is there, and there is a amide group is there. Sulfur group is there. So as there is a ethyl group, amide group is there, so we have the only option ethonamide. Ethyl group is there, amide group is there, so I don't think like we just have to move for the other option. Just you have to see the option carefully, then you have to move for the further option. Just you have to see the structure, then you have to move to the option. So this is the typical diagram structure that is showing to your ethonamide. That is having the ethyl group at the second position. The basic ring is pyridine ring, as I told you earlier. And the fourth position you have the carbothiamide. Got it? Next question for you guys. Malaria is caused by, so which agent or which we can say bacteria, virus, anything we can say initially, because we are unaware about the malaria. So what are the causative agent we can say of the malaria? So as we were in the class of 6th and 7th, we our school ma'am was saying like malaria is caused by plasmodium. So you have the plasmodium vivax, plasmodium falciparum, plasmodium malaria. So the all species are causing the malaria. So all species, either it's your plasmodium vivax, plasmodium ovale, plasmodium malaria, and plasmodium falciparum. So basically we have the 4 species of your protozoal parasite. So they will ask the question like this, like malaria is which type of disease? It's bacterial, it's viral, it's fungal disease. So malaria is your protozoal parasite, protozoal disease that is caused by your protozoal parasite. Basically we have 4 strain of protozoal, that is your plasmodium vivax, ovale, malaria, and falciparum. Got it? So next question for you, which of the following uridase derivative? Which of the following is uridase derivative? Uridase means like they are the our carbonyl compound that are having the uridase derivative. Uridase derivative you have carbonyl derivative. Next you have the diazepam, that is your somehow anti-epileptic drug. So this is the typical classification of your known barbiturates, in which there is a methyl pyrrole, glutamide, nitrazepam, temazepam, alprazolam. Next we have the aldehyde, that is para-aldehyde. Alcohol contain your chlorohydrate, dichlorbenzoate, ethyl chlorovinyl. Uridase, that is basically your carbonyl. Carbonyl, that is basically your uridase. Miscellaneous category you have fensamide, primidone, your carbamazepine, diazepam, and paromethazone. These are the miscellaneous category that you have to remember. Seventh question for you guys. Seventh questions. Student, you don't have to skip any questions. Each and every questions in today's model paper is very important for you. The questions, the concept that you are going to left will ask in the examination. So with the mindset that this is the particular topic that you have to read now, it doesn't mean like you can read each and everything that is given in your book and other things. For if you are preparing for the competitive examination, you have to do 80% of hard work and 20% of smart work. That will give you the 100% result that you want. So smartness is like that you have to analyze, or we can say we are saying like this is the particular question, particular concept that you have to read. As there was a question in the previous examination, there will be probability that they will ask in the upcoming examination. So you just have to remember the point that sir was saying in the sessions, and we have a clear cut instructions from the institution that you have to attempt this particular type of test. That is your hard work, that is your smart work, how you are like analyzing the statement that is given by our expert faculty. Got it? Next question for you. Pyrazine is the heterocycle which contain, pyrazine is the heterocyclic compound which contain pyrazine. As I told you, AZE is used for your nitrogen. Nitrogen, there is a prefix use aza. Oxa is used for your oxygen if oxygen is present in your heterocyclic ring. Thia is used for your sulfur. So here is azine, means it is confirmed like there is a nitrogen. So all the option are here for the nitrogen, but pyrazine is the compound that is having the heteroatom nitrogen at the first and the fourth position. So you just have to remember that pyrazine is a heterocyclic aromatic compound having the formula C4H4N2, and it is a 6-membered structure, as I told you, bearing the 2 nitrogen atom, and that are situated at the 1 and 4th orientation, and that are embedded in the framework of the nitrogen carbon. Got it? First question for you. This is the very important question from the competitive point of view. This question was asked in the many state pharmacist examination previously. So the question for you, like which of the following peptic ulcer has ulcer protective, or which of the following are the ulcer protective agent among these? So like student are leading this this statement, okay, like peptic ulcer, or like there is a discussion something about the ulcer, okay, ulcer, okay, pantoprazole, okay, correct. No, 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 stop. Just you have to read the questions carefully, like what exactly they are asking in the questions. Which of the following peptic ulcer agent has ulcer protective property? Which of the following peptic ulcer agent has ulcer protective property? Then you have to move the option. Okay, omeprazole, that is your proton pump inhibitor. Ranitidine, that is your somehow your antihistaminic. And okay, colloid bismuth subcitrate, that is somehow like protective activity. Next you have the propanthyline. No, this is not. So colloidal bismuth subcitrate, that is the compound, or we can say having the property of ulcer protective. So you are able to see that this is the typical classification of the drug that is used in your GIT tract. So first class, that is gastric acid secretion inhibitor. You have the first subclass, that is proton pump inhibitor, high H2 histaminic, antihistaminic, anticholinergic, prostaglandins. The drug you have omeprazole, cimetidine, ranitidine, pyrazapine, and your misoprostol. Next, you have the gastric acid neutralizer. Like we have two type of we can say antacid. One is your systemic and one is non-systemic. There will be questions in the previous examination, and this table is very important. You just have to remember, and this table is on your tip. Got it? So we have basically two type of antacid. One is your systemic antacid, another is your non-systemic antacid. So what is the basically systemic antacid? You have the sodium bicarbonate citrate, and next you have the non-systematic magnesium hydroxide, aluminum hydroxide. Ulcer protective you have sucralfate and colloidal bismuth substrate, that is your ulcer protective agent. Next you have the anti-hormone pyloric. You have the antibiotics like amoxicillin, that is penicillin, clarithromycin, metronidazole, that is albendazole class, tinidazole, that is also anti-amoebiasis, tetracycline, and your CBS. So next question for you, like the chemical name of caffeine. This is my favorite questions, caffeine. So I just remember this statement, like the name of this caffeine, like C, that is basically come on the third. Like A alphabet is on the first position, then B is on the second position, and C is on the third position. So caffeine, that is on the third position, means that is having the 3-methyl group. 3-methyl group and 137. Just I am remembering this point. You also have to remember the same. 137 trimethylxanthine is the chemical name of your caffeine. This is a typical representation of different compound, like one the xanthine nucleus you are able to see, in which there is a R group at the 1, 3 and 7 position. So by changing these position 1, 3, 7, we can form the many complexes, like we can form the theophylline by adding the phenyl methyl group at the 1 and 3 position. If we are adding the methyl group at the 7th position, that there is a formation of caffeine. If we are just only adding at the 3rd and 7th position, that is theobromine. So theobromine is having we can say caffeine is having the methyl group at the 1st, 3rd and 7th position. Theophylline is only having the 1st and 3rd, whereas theobromine is having the methyl group at the 3rd and 7th position. There is only hydrogen group at the 1st position in the theobromine, and there is only hydrogen in the position of 7th in case of your theophylline. Got it? Next question, pentagosine come under which class? Pentagosine come under which class? So it is your benzomorphin. Benzomorphin, that are the mixture of agonist and antagonist, like basically include in your morphine category. Like you have the phenanthrene, your derivative of benzomorphin, that is pentagosine derivative of opiravine. And at last, naloxone and naltrexone are the antagonists, as there are specific receptor of opioids, like we have the mu, kappa, delta, and sigma receptor we have. These are the your G protein coupled receptor. You had discussed the same in the general pharmacology part of your general pharmacology, in your pharmacology part. Next question for you. The chemical name of 5,5-diphenyl hydantoin belongs to hydantoin diphenyl phenyl hydantoin phenyl hydantoin phenyl phenyl hydantoin. You can just read the hydantoin. So this is the diagrammatic representation that we have the phenytoin. Phenytoin is having the structure having the having the 2 phenyl group at the 5 position of your hydantoin ring. So this is basically your anti-epileptic or anticonvulsant medication that is used in your seizure and we can say epilepsy, and this drug is having so much type of side effect that you will discuss in the CNS part of your pharmacology. Next question for you, like which should be the ideal property for an antacid? So ideal property of antacid, like as I told you, there is a 2 type of antacid. One is of systemic and one is non-systemic. So antacid should not be absorbable, okay, and don't cause any type of systemic side effect, okay, having the buffer pH around 4 to 6, okay. So we have the option like all of these, like the compound that is having the antacid property is not absorbable, not causing antisystemic alkalosis, should buffer in range of around 4 to 6 pH. So what are the ideal antacid preparation properties? So it is not absorbable, or we can say don't causing anti laxative effect, effective rapidly, or we can say over long period of time we can use, and the reaction of antacid with the axial gastric acid, and there is a not they cannot cause any evacuation of the gas also. Next question for you, that is the 13th question of today's discussion. We had done with the 12 questions, student. How many points you had to remember till now? Just try to cram, just to revise them. Just pause this video and think like which topic had you clear till now. Then you have to move for the 13th question. So question for you, like 1,3,4 thiadiazole moiety is largely responsible for the activity of which of the following? So 1,3,4 thiodiazole moiety, that is largely responsible for the activity of which of the following drug? 1,3,4, that is basically your acetazolamide. Acetazolamide, that is your carbonic anhydrase inhibitor. Basically it is an antidiuretics drug, but side by side it is used in your glaucoma, as well as it is having the property that is used in the mountain sickness. Previously it was used in the as a anti-epilepsy also. So acetazolamide having the basic moiety 1,3,4 thiodiazole, whereas our chlorchlorazine is having the piperazine ring in between, as well as our phenothiazone is having the phenothiazone ring. Phenanthrene ring is have. Purine ring is in presence of our proxyphylline. So next question for you, intermediate in the biosynthesis of cholesterol are, like what are the intermediate in synthesis of cholesterol? So we have the option like mevalonic acid, isopentyl pyrophosphate, mevalonic acid and aldosterone, isoprenyl and aldosterone, and isoprenyl and isopentyl pyrophosphate. So mevalonic acid, the name come like you just have to click that this is somehow related to the synthesis of cholesterol. So mevalonic acid, that is the intermediate that is formed along with the isopentyl pyrophosphate, as well as we have the intermediate like scalene, geranyl pyrophosphate that enhance the glucose stimulation, or we can say insulin secretion, and the formerly we can say former to increase the insulin content. Got it? Like identify the drug name. You just have to identify the drug, which drug it is. Like there is a benzene ring, and nitrogen group is at the second position, and we have another ring that is having the nitrogen as a heteroatom, and there is 2-methyl group, and two other functional group we have. So this structure is basically of the nifedipine. Nifedipine is your calcium channel blocker that is used as an antihypertensive drug. This is a drug that is belong to the category of amlodipine. And other we have like amlodipine, we have that is we have the phenylodipine that is having the pyridine as a basic moiety. Pyridine is the moiety that is present in your phenylodipine, nifedipine, and amlodipine. And your propanol, that is very important prototype drug of your beta blocker. You just have to remember the IPSC name of propanol also, that is your 1-methyl ethyl ammonium 3,1-naphthoxy. Naphthoxy ring is present your propanol, and there is a 2 hydroxy group. Hydroxy group at this third position, second position. Next question for you. Identify the given structure. You are given a structure that contain the 2-methyl group. There is 2-methyl group. There is a chain of further we can say 3 carbon group. There is a NO group is there. So basically that is we can simplify this structure like this. H2, H2. So basically there is a we can say ring structure of around we can say only big ring structure. So there is a ring, largest ring of having the we can say chain of having the 4 carbon. So 4 carbon means that is having the amyl nitrile. Amyl nitrile having the 4 carbon ring. So nitroglycerine as well as the nitrate that are include a nitrate and a nitrite and nitrile, that is having the nitroglycerine and ethyl tetranitrate. Next we have the amyl nitrate that is having the four carbon chain, that is butyl ring is there, isosorbide that is having the nitroso, and furan ring is in the your isosorbide. Furan rings the hexahydrofura is, that is you have the furan ring. So a personal error in analysis refer to a personal error, like you have the error in your life also, like you are not doing work in a very decorated way or in the way that you want for your studies. So that is the error that is from your own carelessness, from your own less skills, from your own less on your dishonesty way, undisciplined way, you are skipping things, your ignorance things. So that is the your carelessness error, your ignorance and lack of skill that you have, that leads to your personal error. So like you are able to see, the typical slide is showing that there is a chance of error. Just it is totally depend on like how we are analyzing. Suppose I just have to see the tip of the pen. So it up to me like how I want to see. Like either I want to see this at my eye level, either I want to at this level or at down level. So that are error that are due to my own carelessness, my own ignorance, my own dishonesty, my own less skills and awareness. So this error is also known as your operative error that we have. Next, we have the reaction of methyl acetoacetate and nitrobenzaldehyde in presence of ammonia gives. So reaction of the methyl acetoacetate and your nitrobenzaldehyde in presence of ammonia give nifedipine. As I told you, nifedipine contain the pyridine ring, as amlodipine also have the same. So methyl acetoacetate react with your nitrobenzaldehyde, like benzaldehyde that is having the aldehydic group on the first position of benzene ring, and there is a nitro group at the second position. And ammonia is react and it can form your nifedipine compound. So next question for you, that is the second last question of today's discussion. Like you just have to mark the calcium channel blocker. Calcium channel blocker among the following, you just have to mark. As I told you that phenytoin is your, just doing the elimination method. I think like suppose you are the student and you are not so much known about these questions. So phenytoin, that is your antioxidant antiepileptic drug. Okay. Next you have the procainamide, that is having somehow sulfonamide category we can say. We are not aware by this question. Next you have the moricizine, that is somehow your citrazine category of drug. So there is the only option, that is the apiridine, like amlodipine, nifodipine, carbodipine, that are your nicardipine, that are dipine the drug at the end as a suffix. So it is your calcium channel blocker. So apridipine is a powerful antiarrhythmic drug that is having the that reverse both supraventricular and ventricular arthrosis, and it is used for the prevention of cardiac arrhythmia, having the effect like polarization, repolarizations. And this is the antiarrhythmic agent that is oftenly called four category we have, like calcium channel blocker, beta adrenergic blocker, repolarization agent, and mark calcium channel blocker that we have. Last question for today's discussion, student. This is the last question. Write the correct statement for synthesis of. Write the correct statements. Like there is a compound that is having the propane ring, propane, and having the three hydroxy group. So propane, that is react propane. This is the propane compound having the three hydroxy group. So propane 1,2,3 triol is reacting with your HNO3, that is the nitric dilute nitric acid we can say, in presence of your sulfuric acid, and it will form your nitroglycerin. Like glycerin is having the 3 carbon atom, and it is having the 3 nitroso group. So this is the typical representation of nitroglycerin. Nitroglycerin that is used in the we can say angina, and it can dilate the veins and facilitate the supply of oxygen as other nutrients to the body, so that it can reverse the action of your, it can prevent the patient from the heart attack. Got it? So student, we had done with the model test paper first of your pharmaceutical chemistry for the Telangana Pharmacist Examination. So I hope you had enjoyed these sessions. Please try to revise each and every topic that we are going to discuss on daily basis. Try to attempt the daily practice paper. Try to attempt the subject wise test, topic wise test that is available on the GDC classes app. And try to ask your doubt in the comment box. If you are liking this video, Follow our YouTube channel, that is JDC Classes English. Share with your with your friends, junior, senior, roommate, batchmate that you have. So thank you everyone. We will meet soon in the next session, that is model paper second. Up to that, stay healthy, eat healthy. Thank you. Have a good day. All the guys, all the best.